Hey guys, welcome back to Delving into the Cold. This is Dee. Since this coming up weekend is Easter for the viewers or listeners, I suppose, that celebrate Easter, you know that the bunny is a big deal in Easter. So I thought, what better way to commemorate this week than by talking about the famed Bunnyman. Now, the Bunnyman started in Fairfax County, Virginia in 1970. And the legend goes that he's a man dressed in a bunny suit who attacks people with an axe or a hatchet. And most of the stories occur around Colchester Overpass, which is now known as Bunnyman Bridge. And so it's a legend that most of the country is familiar with, but especially the people of Virginia are familiar with. So let's talk a little bit about the origin. In 1970 in Burke, Virginia, a man in a rabbit costume threatened people. He did it once on October the 19th when a young couple was attacked in their car around midnight. A hatchet was later discovered in their car after they escaped. And then he attacked again on October the 29th. A construction security guard found a man in a bunny costume standing on the porch of an unfinished home holding an axe and chopping at a porch post. In both incidents, the Bunnyman accused the witness of trespassing. So, both the incident with the young couple and with the security guard, the Bunnyman accused them of not being where they were supposed to be. There aren't any other official accounts of the Bunnyman, but in the next 3 years, there were a total of 54 incidents reported by locals. Now, one version of the story portrays Bunnyman as being a mental patient who escaped an accident that occurred on a transport to a new facility. And around this time, when the legend began, people began reporting finding skinned, half-eaten rabbits hanging in the forest and under Colchester Overpass. And later they reported finding a man's body in a similar state. The escaped patient is thought to be named Grifton, and he reportedly killed his family on Easter Sunday. It's also reported that every Halloween more dead rabbits are found. Unfortunately, this story does not actually line up with local history. There have been people that have researched it, and it just doesn't fit with what happened in the history of Fairfax and other surrounding areas. So, while it's a cool story, and it's scary, and it's creepy, and it's got all the markings of a great horror story, unfortunately, there's just not a lot of proof to it. And and nowadays in pop culture, it's a huge story. Bunnyman is. There are YouTube videos about it. There are movies about it. There are songs about it. Do I believe this legend is real? No, not really. Do I believe that it's completely possible that a man dressed in a bunny costume could be out murdering people? I would like to say, that no, I don't think that anything like that would ever happen in this world, but I'm a realist, and it definitely would. As someone who's worked in the criminal justice system, believe me, it could happen. But I don't believe that it has happened, at least not yet. That's all I've got for you today. It's going to be a short episode. It's kind of one of those legends that everybody knows about, but there's not a lot of documented origins or accounts of the story. A few announcements. There are a few changes to my Patreon page. If you haven't visited, you're completely welcome to. patrons now will on top of receiving early access to urban legend episodes, they will receive a patron exclusive episode every month starting next month. There is a poll up right now on Patreon for patrons to vote on which episode they would rather have for that exclusive episode. There are also polls up on the Delving Into the Cold website for the month of May. There are 2 polls up. They're going to be ending in about 2 weeks, give or take. I'm going to go ahead and tally that up for 2 episodes of May. We're also on iTunes now, so that's fantastic. I'm working through my backlog, getting everything uploaded, and hopefully I'll be done doing that in a few days. But if you have iTunes, just go and search Delving Into the Cold and we'll pop right up. I'm also back on Podbean, working through my account there, so you can go to Podbean and search Delving Into the Cold, and I'm there as well. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you today. Stay safe, stay curious, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, welcome back to Delving Into the Cold. This is Dee. Since this coming up weekend is Easter for the viewers.